So I'm just here because I'm going to talk about screenwriting and money. This is actually take 2. In take 1, I cut my bangs live on camera and my face looked crazy, so I deleted that video because I just looked so bad. It was really good content, but I just did not look as I should have looked. Alright, let's get this chair out here. Make it into a faux table. So yeah, money. How much money do I have in my savings account today? Probably $3,000. And $3,000 is not a lot of money in terms of making a movie. My thesis film cost $2,000. That was all from savings. And actually, not all from savings. Some of it came from outside donors. Like my uncle donated like $200. And yeah, and that was because I already had a camera, I already had lights, and I didn't have to pay my actors. I just had to house them and feed them. And pay for their transportation too. But now that I'm like not a student anymore, I can't really get away with not paying my actors and not paying my crew. Because if I was, I feel like it's kind of a dick move. For a student, students are expected to be broke, kind of cheap and kind of like communal. My gosh, my throat. It's from all the yapping, I guess. But now, if I want to make a movie, I need like actual money, actual funds. And to do that, I have to go to like the Maryland Film Commission and, Baltimore City Arts Department and whatnot, and ask them for money so I can pay to like house myself, because I have to get paid too, which is crazy at the end of the day. I'm asking for the State Department to pay me out of my own tax dollars. That's kind of crazy. What am I, a cop? Ew. That was so bad it ruined my train of thought. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to ask for money too. I set up a GoFundMe for my thesis, and it was so embarrassing. I took a picture of myself holding a camera, and I made sure to get my entire 12-foot apartment in it so that people could see I was poor and living in a studio apartment. And and then I had to describe myself. I'm a film student from Maryland living in Paris, and I can't get a job because the government won't allow me to, and stuff like, it's like, that is so embarrassing. I hate that stuff. But like, going into the filmmaking business, I have to do it. I have to do it over and over again. I have to be like, I want you to give me money, and this is why. And not only like the self-pity aspect. Oh gosh. Waiting for that bee to leave. Okay, I guess not. Not only the self-pity aspect is embarrassing, but you have to tell them, like, I'm a great filmmaker. Bro's back. I'm a great filmmaker, and I'm gonna make a great film, and you're gonna love it, and yada yada yada. And I just have to expect, they just have to trust me on it. I mean, obviously I am a great filmmaker, in my personal opinion. And I would make a great product, but it's just crazy, it's like going to a bank and asking for a loan on a restaurant. Restaurants are always gonna fail. I mean, not always, but they're very unprofitable for 2 years. And that's what films are. They don't make a profit. They're just there to exist in the art space. Unless you're there's only 2 Maryland filmmakers I can think of, and both of them have had flops recently, so I really can't say either of their names. yeah, I don't know. But I'm writing a screenplay. Well, I'm writing three. I have one written. I have one written in short form that I want to make into a feature. And I have one written in my brain, like Mozart. I just watched Amadeus. I rewatched it. It's so good. I hope my neighbors aren't looking. That would be embarrassing. Sorry. I don't know what it is about being on camera that makes me turn into a millennial. But yeah. Yeah, I have three screenplays that I'm working on right now. And all of them are very out there. So, the first one I wrote 2 years ago, and it's a short film, and it's experimental, and it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, and I've always loved it, and I really want to make it, but it's very out there. It only has a couple characters, but the set pieces are complex. The very last scene is the main character like strung up by like different ropes that are coming from, or they're wires, but you know, they would be ropes coming from the walls of her apartment, and her entire apartment is covered in wires. Also, it's like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? You know, but it's written anyway, and it's actually already been shot down once. It was shot down in film school for being too complicated. But I understand why. I really want to make it, but like I would need money. I would need money to buy like old wires, which I guess are like probably a couple cents. But I would need a location. I would need an actress. I would need like someone who works with like shibari ropes. Which I guess, get off of my laptop. Guess isn't that hard to find in the circles in which I orbit around. But yeah, just money, money, money. Like Mr. Krabs always says, money, money, money. And the second one, I also wrote 2 years ago, and I've kind of been writing it off and on, and it's about a child in the early 70s in Florida. And, oh, but didn't they do the Florida Project? This is a real story about my father. Yeah, it's based on my dad's childhood, and it's just a series of, like, vignettes of him growing up, because he had the craziest childhood, and he always used to say you could literally make a movie out of it, and I'm like, dude, I can do that. So, but that's another thing. It's a period piece set in the 70s. Child actors, you know, just so much. The first scene would have to be a stunt scene because it's during a hurricane in a 1970s era car. You know, just a bunch of complicated shit. Okay, I think the bee's gone. I'm gonna go back to my chair. Watch it come back right as I sit down. That would not be good. And then the last one is one that I literally just conceived of, like, well, I really have wanted to make a film in Baltimore for the past couple months, but I really couldn't find inspiration for it. But I started rereading The Great Gatsby, because of course I did, because it's like my second favorite book of all time. I don't read a lot, so there's very limited options, but I kind of want to make like something related to that, but Baltimore, make it Baltimore. I'm not going to elaborate too far, because it's still cooking, it's still in the oven. But yeah, but it's like, then I would have to go to the city, then I would have to get large groups of actors for background set pieces and opulence, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just money, money, money. Yeah. I don't really have a ending motivation or thesis that I wanted to make with this video. I just kind of wanted to razzle dazzle on about the qualms of, I think it's qualms, of trying to write a screenplay, while there's a little voice in the back of my head saying, yeah, but you're never gonna make this. It's like, oh, I'm just wasting my time writing this stupid screenplay when I'm never gonna make it. It's like, damn, like, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, no, I could make it. I could. If I got funding. Yeah. In the meantime, look at this. Look how beautiful that is. It's not really coming up clear on my screen. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Don't steal my license plate information. But probably saw my, oh, I guess my house number isn't on my house. I never noticed that. What the hell? Oh no, it is. Okay. Yeah, you probably saw my house number. You're probably gonna stalk my mom. My mommy. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to come on and talk about trying to stay motivated when money is always on my mind, you know? And then hopefully I'll be able to start making films with my own money. Yeah. And hey, films are a tax write-off also. If they're culturally significant to Maryland, you just contact the film commission and something, application, tax write-off. So, it's cool. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Just stay motivated. Just keep writing. Keep making films. And don't stress about money. And send me money. Okay. Bye.